In this video, we're going to do an example of dividing polynomials using long division, where what we're dividing by is a trinomial. In this example, what I'm dividing by is x squared plus 2x minus 3, and I'm dividing it into 2x to the third minus 4x squared plus x minus 2. You notice in this example, there is no terms that I have to fill in with 0 or 0x because both of these don't have any missing terms. So I can start in, the fact that this is a trinomial right here doesn't actually change anything in my process. It's really just one more term I have to distribute. So the same way I start all the other ones, I'm going to look to see how many times this x squared goes into this first term, right? So x squared goes into 2x to the third, it goes in 2x times. Right? And then my next step is to multiply this times this, and I have to do it to everything here. So that's the only difference of really having three terms out there. When I do that, I'm going to get 2x to the second plus 4x, and then minus 6x. And then we remember that we're subtracting this whole line, so I'm going to distribute my minus right now. So this will be a minus, minus, plus. So I distributed my minus, so I'm now, let's see. Oh, let me just change one thing. I see that that's supposed to be a 3 right there. So now I'm combining like terms. I'm adding down. Okay, so this crosses out, which it should, right? And I get a negative 8x to the second. Oops, forgot that one too. And lastly, I get then a plus 7x. And I will bring down my minus 2. So then I start my process all over again, right? So now I'm looking at, okay, how many times does this x squared go into this negative 8x squared? So it goes in there negative 8 times, and then start my distributing again, and I get a negative 8x to the second, minus 16x, plus 24, and then again, I'm going to change all these signs because I'm subtracting this whole second line, so that becomes a plus, and that's a minus. And I add down now, and the leading term should drop off because that's how I chose when I was dividing. So these go to 0. Add down, and I get then 23x. And add down, I get minus 26. So these often you have a big remainder like this with an x, so don't be alarmed if you have a remainder like this. So here's my remainder, right, and this is my quotient. So hopefully that was helpful for dividing polynomials where what we're dividing by is a trinomial.